Hi, my name is Lori Chamberlain. I'm the founder of Balance Relaxation Therapy and the designer of the Take the Journey program. And I'm here today to share with you a few techniques you can use if you, like so many other people this time of year, have come down with a cold. The first thing is clearing your sinuses with something called Marma Points, just like acupressure points. We're going to be using this later on. I'm just going to show you the technique now. You're just using 3 fingers on the forehead, pressing your fingers into the forehead and making small circles. And then bringing your fingers down to the cheekbones where the other sinus is located, and again making little circles. And then you'll be bringing your fingers down to the top of the chest here, and we'll be tapping the chest, and I'll explain why in a second. So we're going to do just a few short yoga postures that help to open up the chest, and then we'll be working on the breath. So all you'll need for this practice is a bolster or a rolled up blanket, maybe a block, and a couple of pillows that you can use for support. Let's get started. We'll begin on our backs. Feet are shoulder width apart, hands down by your sides. As you feel ready, you'll inhale the arms up overhead, feeling the lungs expand as the arms come up, and exhale, the hands come back down by your side. Let's do that a few more times. Inhaling as the arms come up, exhaling as the arms come down. If you're feeling up to it, you can add in the hips, lifting up the hips as you raise up the arms and bringing the hips down as the hands come down. If you're lifting your hips, keep the big toes pressing down into your mat as you lift, releasing as you come down. We'll do 2 more like that. Beautiful. And now you'll roll to your right side, come up to sitting, and bring your hands in behind you with your fingers pointing towards your hips. This is a reverse plank. As you feel ready, once again, lifting up through the hips, taking your head back, the neck stays in line with your spine, and then the hips come back down to the floor. So we'll do that a few times. If this does not feel comfortable, stick with the first posture. Inhales, open the chest. Exhales, hips come back to the ground. Let's try that 5 more times. Elbows are soft, just slightly bent. Feeling the breath in the front body as you lift and inhale. Last one. Beautiful. And now bring your rolled up blanket or your bolster in behind you. Actually, let's do one more thing first. This feels great too. Helps to move that congestion out of the belly area, which, believe it or not, is where, according to Ayurveda, it starts before moving into the sinuses and or the lungs. So sitting on the sitting bones, 1 foot in front of the other. Inhale, your arms come up overhead. Exhale, you're turning to your right. Bring your right hand in behind you and left hand rests on the thigh. And we're just going to take our time, take about 3 breaths here, inhaling, lift through the spine, exhaling, twisting, until you come to your full twist. And only come around to where it's comfortable for you. Think about squeezing out that phlegm and sludge that tends to accumulate. On your next inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Let's come to the other side. At first, just a gentle twist, and then using about 3 breaths to move into your full version of this sitting twist. Inhale, comes back to center. Beautiful. And now let's come down to the floor with your bolster. So bolster goes in behind you, and have your block and pillows ready, one on each side. So you're going to let the back of the hips rest against your bolster. Knees are bent, feet flat on the floor, and you lay back over your bolster, have your block handy. The block goes underneath your hips, and so that you want to make sure that your head and your hips are supported on the bolster and or the block. So you don't want to be doing this, it's just a little too hard on the lower back. So the whole back body's supported. And then let's do the Marma points that I showed you at first. So we'll get our legs comfortable first though. So the soles of the feet press together, and then you're letting the knees come out to the side and using your pillows to support the thighs so that you can completely release into this. So we're doing a restorative version of bound angle here. This is a posture that helps to open up through the lungs and the airways. So let's take the 3 fingers and press into those points on the forehead. This is the upper sinus. And you can do this for as long as you want to. When you're ready, shifting the fingers down to the lower sinus, just on the cheekbones, behind the cheekbones. And then let's take the fingers to the thymus gland area here. The thymus gland is part of the immune system, so helps to build resistance to more colds that may be coming your way. And also just really helps to clear the lungs a little bit. It feels like it sort of just taps out that congestion. You can kind of move the hands up and down that chest line. Beautiful. And then let your hands come out to the side with your palms up. And we'll do some breathing here to help clear the lungs. Imagine that your lungs extend from the base of the pelvis to the top of the collarbones. And we'll do something called 3-part breathing. Inhale, imagine that the breath is coming into just the lower part of the belly. Keep on inhaling the breath up to the ribs. Finally, inhale up to the collarbones. And then exhale as if you're letting the breath slide down the back body. So inhaling belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, upper back, mid back, lower back. Let's do that a few times. Inhaling belly, ribs expanding to the side, coming up to the collarbones, and then exhaling, releasing any congestion. Feeling the breath as you inhale, expanding the entire chest area. Couple more breaths just like that. Beautiful. And then bring the knees back together. Take the block out from underneath your hips and roll to your right to come off your bolster. We'll just slide the bolster out of the way, and then finally come onto your back into Shavasana for a few breaths to relax and let the body completely benefit from the postures and the breathing that we've just done. Breath is effortless. Allowing the body to rest and restore. And once again, you can take as long as you need here in this final Shavasana posture. When you feel ready, you'll bend into the knees, roll to your right, and bring yourself to sitting to finish your practice for today. So I hope that a little sequence helps you feel better. I know it made me feel better. I'm just at the tail end of my cold now. So namaste, and I hope to see you soon.